What up, baby bobs? Purple Havarti here, man. YouTube's first influencer. And I'm here, man, talking about the most inspirational, most anti-depressing freestyle of all time. That hand down goes to Riff Raff. Freestyle on Sway in the Morning. I mean, I remember I used to listen to this freestyle and I had to do homework for my college degree, and I would just listen to this, man, to get me inspired, to get me amped up. I know there's people out there that listen to TED Talks and all that, but I didn't need that. All I needed was Riff Raff on Sway in the Morning. And one thing you gotta understand at this time, man, Riff Raff was getting a lot of hate. A lot of the old heads, old rap community really didn't like Riff Raff. I mean, a lot of people still don't really like Riff Raff, but he was at his peak during this time. Honestly, it's kind of hard to like Riff Raff by the way that he even looks and presents himself, man. It's hard to be a white rapper in the rap game, but Riff Raff came in here, man. He showed love and he did his thing, man. And you know, there's a whole narrative of rappers going on these shows doing the freestyles and not really freestyling, but I think at this time there was like King Los who was really freestyling. There was artists like Jay-Z who really freestyles, Biggie freestyles whenever they make a record, and at this time Tyler, the creator, and all of Odd Future were really doing that, freestyling just off the top of the dome. And Riff Raff came in here, man. He freestyled off the top of the dome right off the bat. And it's kind of hard to do that because a lot of people at this time were listening to Sway. Sway at this time had a lot of, viewership. I think this is around the time the Kanye incident happened. It might have been a little before, a little after this. Sway at this time, you had to have your shit together because he would call fans and fans would be able to interact and talk smack. I know they talk smack all about Iggy Azalea. Riff Raff was there, man. He held it down. He stayed bass, and I love it, man. He starts this off so awesome. He starts it off with handshakes, hugs. Want to catch me outside? You want to see me with pancakes and drugs? It's the funniest thing, man, because he's just saying what's coming to mind. Makes me smile. It should be on the t-shirt, with Riff Raff's face and this freestyle on it. And this whole freestyle is just an anti-depressing freestyle because he just comes in and he makes you smile, man. Some of the stuff he says he could have played for so many teams: Dallas Mavericks, Phoenix Suns. He at one point doesn't want to admit how old he is. He graduated in 1991. He's trying to hide his age. It's so funny, especially the reason that he says why he couldn't play with the Dallas Mavericks, because he found crack in his jacket, found marijuana in his socks. And at some point you can kind of believe that maybe that's true, because Riff Raff's a pretty tall guy and he was definitely hustling at one point, maybe. I don't know, allegedly. And I just love this freestyle. I love how he time travels. He says him and Sway are eating at a Chinese buffet on a Monday, and then all of a sudden it's a Tuesday, and then he switches it up and says it's a Saturday. It's like, what is Riff Raff doing? He's a time traveler, man. He's maneuvering through time. He's like my brother in that movie that he just did, just speeding through time and stuff. One of my favorite shout-outs is definitely the King Griffey Jr., since I'm from the Northwest, and now I'm wearing a Cubs. I'm kind of repping the wrong team here, but I like the Cubs too. The King Griffey Jr. line, or shout-out, is fantastic. Riff Raff shouts out some interesting stuff. He talks about banging Genuine, but he says no homo, which means that he's probably listening to Genuine in his car, not having sex with Genuine. So it's just some funny stuff. Oklahoma Sooners. But also, man, I gotta give it up for Sway, who really dabbed him up after, and the whole crew that was in Sway in the Morning. They knew, at that point, Riff Raff's just riffing around. He's just joking. He's just being a goofball, and at the end of the day, Sway gave him the dab. Because Riff Raff does have another freestyle where he went to Hot 97, and Ebro did not show him love. The thing about it is, if you're a kid watching this, please don't grow up to be Ebro. Ebro really hates the young generation that's coming up, and that's something I really don't want to become. I don't want to become a hater. I want to just constantly show love to the youth and to upcoming acts. But yeah, do not become a Ebro. But this freestyle on Sway in the Morning, if you're ever depressed, if you ever want to get inspired, check this one out, man. Riff Raff killed it, stayed bass. Let me know what you think of this freestyle. If you've seen it, if you haven't seen it, man, I'll probably put the link in the description. Like and sub. Don't do drugs.